To wrap up, let's go a little rapid fire. Not so rapid fire where we're just spitting out names like crazy maniacs, but let's make some preseason NCAA champion picks. And obviously, we haven't seen a match yet. So it's way too early, and we'll do this again, probably twice. I think we'll do a halfway through the year. Like I said, are we sticking with it, or are we gonna hit? So maybe we could double down on some of these guys to keep the poker punts going. 125. I'm saying Figs repeats. Robbie, your thoughts? Who's your
I
pick?
got I got Matt Ramos. I think 25 is wide open, and it could be any of 30 different people, but I like Matt Ramos.
Austin?
I think I like Anthony Noto. If there was word he might go up to 33, if he's down at 25, I like him. He's been consistent the past few years, and it'd be nice to see Lockhaven get a champ, if I'm being honest with you, too.
Interesting. Claunch?
I'm gonna go with Jory Volk of Wyoming. Big 12 champ last year, All American last year. Was he a world champ or world finalist back at like U20s a couple years ago? I thought he was a champ.
Can't
Um,
remember.
but I mean, the dude's awesome. He trains really hard. I got a chance to meet him last year at their social, and he's locked in. So I know that Branch and company have got all the faith in the world in him being able to put it together. But yeah, he's awesome. That's my
Yeah.
pick.
33, I was gonna be a homer and go with Crookham, but I've been singing this man's praises the whole time, so I'm gonna stick with him, and I'm going Lucas Bird at 133. Claunch, your pick.
So this is going to come out of nowhere a little bit. I wrote it
Sergio
down.
Lemley.
Yeah, he did it again. Um, I'm going with Braden Davis. I think 133 has a lot of good talent in it. It's kind of like 125 and that there's a lot of craziness that can happen, but let's not forget he was awesome last year. He was so good. I'm sure he's pissed off that he wasn't an All American and at the end of the day, and he's going to come in ready to go, prepared by all the guys in that room, and the track record just says that he's going to get better. Plus, that guy just carries himself with a lot of fu, and I think that he's going to use that energy to get himself to make it happen. So.
Yeah. Austin, your pick at 33.
You probably know who I'm going to pick. You got to go Crookham until someone in this field beats him. He has one career loss, and it's to Vito, who's a two-time champ and a world champ. So until proven otherwise, you guys stick with Crookham.
Yeah. Robbie?
I like Crookham. I'm gonna go not Crookham. I'm gonna go Nasir Bailey. Coming through Little Rock, getting their first ever champion.
Crookham beat him twice at NCAAs, just so you know.
It's a new year, new year, new
I
you.
just say, I know,
New year,
I
new
agree.
you.
I think Ragason's up there too, man. Ragason's tough.
Yeah.
Interested to
I
see O'Reilly's two-time All-American, but Connor McGonigal coming in
Mm,
at Tech is going to be a fun one too.
yeah.
yeah. 41, I'm going to Lirez. I think Alirez beats Bo Bartlett in the finals to win it. I know we weren't picking both finalists, but that thought just kind of peeked into my head, and I think Alirez Bartlett final, and Alirez gets it done to win his second. I think either way, there's a repeat finalist between him and and Mendez loses to Bartlett in the semis, and Bartlett makes another final. So we'll have either one of those finalists repeating to make the finals, but it will be a Lirez to win it. Robbie, your thoughts on your pick, I should say.
Homer pick, 6'5", Sam Latona finally filling into a full-size weight class at 141. I don't know that he'll get it done. I like Brock Hardy here. I got Brock Hardy over Lires in the finals.
Is this right? Is Brock Hardy a junior?
He is a junior.
He's on
That
the
is
Mickey
correct.
O'Malley plan.
That is correct. He
Yep.
is a junior.
They,
Wow.
they gave him a year back after that Spladle.
Yeah, that's the right thing to do.
Yeah. Claunch, go ahead. Who's your pick?
Yeah, I talked about him earlier. I'm going to Lira's as well. I think he's going to get it done. And
Whoa, 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 whoa. This is
Sergio,
actual Sergio Lemley's weight.
I'm aware. I'm aware. I'm aware.
He's runner up.
I think, yeah, exactly. Lira's over Lemley, and then the Lemley Sans starts from there.
Austin, your pick?
It's just hard to see Mendez losing this week. Like, he looked so good last year. He looked good at trials. I think it'd be between him and Elias and Bartlett, obviously. But yeah, I'll go Mendez.
49. I think there's redemption in the works, and I love it. And it's all about Ridge Lovett for me at 49.
That's what I have too.
Launch, do you agree?
I do. So, like, this might be way me overthinking this, but like, he had such a good year last year, and I talked to him a couple different times at NCAA's, just doing interviews or whatever, and he seemed so happy-go-lucky, ready to go, and everything, and which is great. I mean, that's who he's been, right? I'm not trying to say that he needs to change his personality and be something that he's not, but I just don't think that you're going to see anything but a man with a mission, and I think he's going to get it done.
So you're taking Lovett?
Yeah.
Austin?
This is a hard one for me. If I had to pick, I kind of like Van Ness here. I just think there's something about that Penn State magic coming off of injury, and I think he wants to prove it. And you got to go Van Ness. I think he's going to be him and Henson in the finals.
Robbie?
You already know. Caleb, Hitman, Henson, beat Lovett once last year, almost beat him twice. That Vegas match was back and forth and kind of had a controversial ending. Until I see something otherwise, I'm not taking anybody to beat Henson.
All right. 57. I'm going to tell you right now, I would love to see him win it because he essentially got the bag to do it, and that's Shakur Teamer. Give me Teamer at 57. Robbie?
I got Shapiro over Teamer in the finals.
Austin?
I'm going to double down what Robbie said too. I like Meyer.
Kev?
That's Pyro. Yeah. That's my pick.
Odd man out. I love it. I love it.
Wait,
65.
did you pick Johnny Lovett?
Yes, I did. Johnny Lovett. That's who I got. TJ
that.
Hausham-Mazili. Championship. I think the kids are a little too young for that one. 65, I'm going with Messenbrink. I think he gets it done with a big old smile on his face. Robbie, who's your pick?
Same thing. Messenbrink's so fun to watch. He's like you said, big smile on his face. Always seems to be enjoying what he's doing. Seems to really kind of appreciate the process.
Even when he's pissing people off.
Yeah, and he's damn good. So I got him.
Austin?
I like Messenbrink, and I will go on record saying Julian Ramirez does get on the podium this year.
I love me some Julian Ramirez.
3-time Red 12 guy. He's gonna break it this time, and he'll be on the podium.
Launch?
You guys see that video of Mitchell Messenbrink taking down Cale Sanderson at practice?
Yeah, it looks super serious.
Yeah, it was definitely like a hard go. No, he's the pick.
Yeah.
What credibility would we have if we were like any other name?
Well, he took down Cale. He's pretty good.
Exactly. So
watch out for Nick Hamilton though.
Oh,
he's ACC champ last year. He's a monster. I see him at least on the podium.
Didn't he get a really shitty draw though?
Yes, he did.
Yeah, that was horrible. 74, and like I said earlier, I hope that we get this one during the year. And I will say this, and this is a caveat to my pick. Whoever wins during the duel, and this is the same thing that I said last year at this weight. Whoever wins during the duel, last year I said during the conference final, loses in the NCAA finals. So last year, Carr lost to O'Toole in the Big 12 championship and ended up winning in the NCAA finals. I am taking Haynes to win in the NCAA finals. If that's any indication of what you think my pick is going to be for during the year. Austin, your pick.
I think I'm going to agree with you. I just Penn State shows up in big matches. I sound like a Penn State, lover fan, but it is what it is that they win these big matches, especially after having a match under the belt with the guy. I think they'll make the adjustments, and I think it's going to be Haynes and O'Toole. I think Haynes wins.
Yeah, you rarely beat them twice.
Yeah.
Robbie, your pick?
I like Keegan. I think it's kind of a coin flip there, like if you both said. Haynes is super dangerous, but I don't know. I like the way Keegan wrestles, and I think he gets it done.
Launch?
Yeah, I went with Keegan as well. The pause I have is just watching them wrestle recently. What was that, the non-Olympic weight trials? And
Mm-hmm.
Haynes took it to him pretty good. But Keegan's made adjustments. He's wrestled, in arguably the toughest weight class in the country the last couple of years, and I think he's going to be able to finish out his career with another NCAA title.
84. It's Keckeisen and Starachi. And I think Carter gets his fifth. And I know I sound sad when that, but I'm just saying, like, I think, like, I'm not sad if that happens. I'm just saying, I think that's what happens, right? Like, I think we see history is more or less the emphasis that I have. So I'm going Carter. Austin?
Yeah, I agree with you. I just think he shows up on the biggest stage and he'll win. And kind of what you said before, do you think the All-Star match has any indication on this? Is that going to play into that final? You think it has to,
Big.
right?
I think it's a big one, honestly.
Yeah.
And the one thing I will say is that if last year's All-Star Classic for Keckeisen is any indication, he makes adjustments better than most.
Mm.
And I only say that because you rarely have to see Carter Sarachi make an adjustment, right? Like it's very rare that he has to make an adjustment on a shot or anything else. Because when he takes a shot, he usually gets to the leg. When he does something, it's usually not the second chance that he's trying to get there, right? So, Keckeisen last year, you saw him continuously trying to get takedowns on the edge until he made the adjustment to make it happen so that that leg couldn't go all the way off the mat, right? So, but yeah, I'm taking Srirachi here. Kevin?
Yeah, I'm gonna plead the fifth as well. 1, 2, 3, 4, fifth. No, Strachey, I think he's gonna get his fifth. It's gonna be.
You have to be
Oh,
of a certain age to watch the show, I believe, because these
yeah.
references are not something that most
Are
kids
we
are going to
really that
get.
old, guys? Come on.
Yes,
That
yes,
was
I
we
that was
are.
it's sad because that was like 20 years ago. That was
I
like
That
know,
was
it's
we were
crazy.
I was in
2004.
college when Chappelle Show was happening. Austin,
Yeah.
you were still in high school, so yes, we are that
Yeah.
old.
Man.
Yeah. Wow.
Srirachi gets it done though, is my pick.
Yeah, Robbie.
I'm gonna go against the crowd. I like Kekison to get it done. Mostly because I like the way he approaches things better than Starachi. I'm not a big fan of the trash talk, and I think Kekison just goes to work and does what he needs to do. And I would love to see him kind of end that career, not necessarily on a sour note, but to kind of end it on his terms instead of Starachi's terms. I think it'd be just for coverage wise. I think it'd be fun.
Yeah, 97. You for me, you got to go Ferrari. It's tough for me. And I will put it this way: if he finishes the season, because as we've said before,
It's a
we
bit of a
talk.
caveat.
Well, the thing is
A big
because
one.
we talk more about his off the mat issues and his off the mat problems. Shout out to him. Thanks for watching the show, as we saw in his day in the life video. But if he finishes the season, I am taking Ferrari. But like that's the tough part. If he does not finish the season, I'm taking Stephen Little to win an NCAA title for Little Rock.
I like that.
Robbie, your pick.
I will not pick Ferrari. My stance on that kind of stays the same until I see some sort of change from him. I don't know that he has the capacity to make it through a full season with the way things have gone over the last few years. So I won't pick him until I see something different. That being said, we know what he's capable of. We've seen him at his best, and he's a phenomenal wrestler. But all that other shit has to be out of the way for that to happen, and I don't know that that happens. I got Jacob Cardenas coming through. I think he has, a long established record, and I think he breaks through and gets it done.
Launch.
That's a good pick, Robbie. That's who I have as well. I will say Ferrari, like, he's so big. I just remember the year he won it. When Miles Amin was up at 197, and then they wrestled, and I was like, Miles isn't 197. And then you come to find out he weighed like 186 pounds. No, I mean, if Ferrari can put it together, he's got everything you need to get another title. But yeah, I think Cardenas, making the move. I mean, we've seen him over the years be as consistent as it gets. He's got every bit of ability to get it done. So, yeah, those are the two guys I'm looking at.
I like Beard as a sleeper too.
Real
Just
quick,
gonna say that.
197 is a
It's wide
lot
open.
deeper looking at this than because I mean,
Mhm.
Rocky Elam, if he's healthy, that dude's as bad as anybody on the planet.
Hey, his name's Rocky.
Yeah.
Austin, what's your pick?
My heart wants to say Michael Beard, but just something in him at NCAAs, he just can't put a full. I shouldn't say that. He doesn't reach his potential at NCAAs the past 2 years, in my opinion, at least.
If he keeps the same footwork that he had in his first or second match last year, he beats
Yeah.
anyone. That was ridiculous. The way he had, I
Yeah.
didn't remember who he was wrestling. He had that guy spinning in circles.
Yeah, he just kind of gets nervous and kind of breaks down, doesn't want to score. He talked about a little bit of media day, but my heart says Michael Beard, but Trey Munoz got third last year. Was that 80, 97 or 84?
84.
84, so
84,
upper
yeah.
weight class. Yes, could be tough. Yeah, I'll go Beard here just to get a little homer pick and give him a little motivation. Hopefully he listens to this. I don't know.
How fun of a pick would it be to see Zach Glazier get a title this year and just
That'd be
throw the trophy at the Brands brothers?
I would love that.
that'd be fun. Yeah. Bringing it home, heavyweight, it's Kirkfleet. I mean, Wyatt Hendrickson, very good, but the thing is can Wyatt Hendrickson or does Wyatt Hendrickson make the necessary adjustments? And with the coach he now has, are those adjustments easier to be made? That's my thought. But until further notice, it's Daniel Greg Kirkfleet's world, and that's just how it's going to work for me.
How much has David Taylor rolled with Kirkfleet to understand maybe a weakness or two he has as well? I don't know if that comes into effect, but
I don't know if they've rolled together very much. I would assume not very much, considering how much bigger
he's
Kirkfleet is.
huge. Yeah.
Not
But
a small person.
yeah, but I think that being in the room,
Yeah.
and knowing the things that are necessary, obviously he's out of the room for an entire year now, right?
Mhm.
But Kirkfleet, I see him making changes, but if it ain't broke, don't fix it, kind of a thing, right?
Yeah.
But I do see him getting better at what he does best. Robbie, who's your pick at heavyweight?
Isaac Trumbull. Now, don't sleep on him. He's moving up from 97. He redshirted last year. As a redshirt, he was U23 world champ at 97, won the Midlands, and then made it to the finals of the Olympic team trials. He's put on great size. He's damn good. I think he's going to be a much bigger threat than than a lot of people are expecting. And he's going to have, matchups with several of the top 10. He'll see Hendrickson, he'll see Slavakuski, and he'll see Pitzer, who's good. So, I mean, he's going to get tested throughout the year. But from what I've seen and what his trajectory is, I would love to see him in the finals.
Kevin?
Yeah, I went with Kirk as well, but I think Nick Feldman gave him a run for his money a couple times last year. I don't think it's a stretch at all to think that Feldman could continue to improve, make adjustments himself, and end up the top guy at the end of the year. Kirk's been a bad man for the last several years, right? But we've seen him get beat by a guy who looked like Nick Feldman.
That is certainly true.
Colton Schultz has got to be like 42 by now, right? Even though he still looks 14.
He's a mammoth human being, though.
Yeah.
Here, like heavyweight is going to be a very good weight. And as you look up and down the rankings and everything, you see that the change in style of heavyweight has completely taken over. Now the match that I have circled here is happening on January 25th, and it is when the Hawkeyes host the Buckeyes. And that is when we get to see Feldman versus Keeter. And I think
that'll be a fun one.
By that time, Keeter isn't playing football this year, so he's a full-on heavyweight, at least for this year. Keeter is my sleeper pick here at heavyweight. I think that he will give Kerkvliet a very good run. He knows they wrestled last year, and when they wrestled last year, obviously Keeter is not on that level, so it wasn't going to go very good for him. Now he's been training a hell of a lot more. He's been lifting a hell of a lot more weight, and he's going to be in better shape because he's not coming off of a football season. So I think that Keeter has a very good shot against Kerkvliet, but that Feldman versus Keeter match is going to be a super test, big time test, on January 25th. So that's one of those weight classes. That the heavyweight weight class on January 25th is going to be it should start at 125. Normally we're like, hey, let's start at heavyweight and let's work our way back around or whatever. That one should be the last way. I know they rarely do it in college these days, but that's going to be a main event and everybody is going to be staying in their seats to see it.